Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So I logged into the PTS just a few hours ago to see what was up with it. And they made some balance changes to the PvE side of the game, and they've also made some changes to PvP. There are a lot of changes in this PTS Phase 2, and I'm not going to go through every single one of them. In fact, I will probably not even talk about a good number of them, but I will leave a link to the Reddit post that actually breaks them all down. And if you want, you can go there and see it. And they've actually made some adjustments, and it's really smart for them to have done. But I just wish that they had actually done this phase of the PTS first than the other one. Then they would have probably been able to hold on to a lot of the members of the community. So talents like Safeguard has been actually restored to what it used to be in a sense. It has a slighter nerf instead of a much more harsh nerf on it. And the talent's actually pretty cool. And what I think they're doing, and Berserk actually is not going to get the full-on chopping block treatment that it got in the first phase of the PTS, which is good because that provides people the options to, continue to build their gear and remain stronger. I think that's one thing that a lot of people can agree upon. It's good to be strong. I mean, I know PvP is a very complicated aspect of the game, but I feel like with PvP, if they buffed everything, I think a lot of the questions would be answered regarding the balancing there. That's just my opinion anyways. And so if you look at the way they've structured, these changes, it makes some sense for them. And one of the most interesting things that they've done is they've actually added new attributes that you can actually get on your gear. And so this, in my opinion, is just perfect. And they've done this before. I don't know why they didn't even go ahead and just do it in the first place. So there are some attributes like armor regeneration that can roll on defensive attribute slots, and also a lot of health that can roll on some chest pieces. And these things are quite valuable. And in fact, I was looking at them yesterday. In fact, I got a pair of gloves yesterday that had armor regeneration and a whole bunch of health. And I was like, man, this is pretty cool. Because what does that say? That says, well, I can probably go sell a whole bunch of my gear that I don't need, that I've probably been hanging on to, if I can find these items, if these changes are rolled out. So that's the decision, and that's the direction I feel like Massive needs to be taking. Instead of chopping things off, they need to be adding things. If you guys watched my video yesterday, I tagged it, Make the Division 2 Great Again. I provided some ideas that stated that Massive can actually continue to make this game better by adding new things for us to farm, like new talents. Imagine if they continue to just do this every time. It will make the loot pool quite interesting and quite attractive for people like us that love to farm for everything and keep everything just to be jumping in there and doing. Some of us just want to have it. That's all. I mean, I know Division players who just want to keep the stash full, who want to have all the best talents, who want to have all the best weapons with all the best talents. That's how we were in the Division 1. We didn't care whether we used it all or not. We just wanted to say, hey, yeah, you know what? I actually have this SMG, and it's got the 3 best talents for SMGs. It's like a very good roll and all that stuff, just a bragging right. And we would send pictures on PlayStation and show everybody our build and show everybody our weapon talents. I mean, I remember the good old days. And so I'm really excited that Massive is taking this direction and is not going super hard, nerfing all the talent or whatever it is that they wanted to do. Now, Unstoppable Force did seem like it got like a slight nerf, so don't freak out when you read the change to Unstoppable Force, but there is a lot more armor that can be rolled right now. I think what the developers are trying to do is trying to give us the opportunity to gain a lot more armor so that people can actually be tanky. So we might be seeing a tank style meta show up very soon. I just hope that with all the extra armor and the enemy's damage output has also been reduced. So with this kind of scaling, we're probably going to see tanks show up if these changes actually roll into the next meta. Also, I saw a video online today. I can't remember who the content creator is. I'm probably going to go and search and put a link. It's a growing content creator, and there was talk about 3 new gear sets. And so there will be 3 new gear sets. Go ahead and research that video and watch and see if you're going to like those gear sets. I haven't seen them in the PTS. I can't get in there to farm. I have very limited time. And like I've said, it's not like I don't want to test out and give feedback. I mean, I really don't want to. But if I did have the time, I probably would just, bite the bullet on that one and say, all right, I'll do it. but I'm quite limited on time and I can't really do it in this season. And so those are some of the changes, and I would just say my verdict is that they look quite promising because they speak life into this game in a sense. They provide the feeling that the developers are not trying to just take away everything, but are trying to give the community something. And they need to continue this practice. I think they need to slowly roll out these attributes to keep things fresh. So instead of just rolling out the armor regeneration and the health pool and the armor buffs, they need to just kind of roll it out phase by phase. Maybe the next update, we're able to get armor regeneration and some of that armor. And then the next phase, we can get some other attributes that are pretty cool, like some offensive stats that we probably never really thought about, like enemy armor destruction, because that's actually something that we used to have a lot of in the Division 1, and it would be really nice to have such a small attribute like that in order for you to be able to hone your gear and hone your build to be very good at what it does. Anyways, these are my thoughts. Very brief, I think, very straightforward. The changes are linked below. Go ahead and read them. It's a stinking book of changes. And let me know how you feel in the comment section below. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.